What up, y'all? I'm Nick, and that's Betty, and that's Betty, and welcome to Betty and Friends, a channel dedicated to the community and culture of the Volkswagen bus family, specifically split windows, bay windows, Vanagons. This episode, Toledo. Let's do it. Hey, and real quick, before we get into it, and there will be hell to pay, his name was Marcus, not Marcus Marooks. Marcus is going to have a few words in the next life to me about that one. Let's do it, Colin. All right, man. Colin.
All right, man. How's it going?
Man, we're doing it.
Long time coming.
We're doing it, man.
Yes, we are.
All right, so Colin, PJ.
Yep.
How did you get PJ?
Man, Honestly, through my dad, man.
Did you?
Yep.
Okay.
My dad's buddy he met camping in his 85 Westie.
Okay.
He's had probably 6 or 7 of these Vanagons, and
Okay.
Getting rid of one, perfect candidate. My dad was like, "Hey, man, you want to join the club?"
Okay.
And I was all for it right away.
Where'd you find it at?
It was in Elyria, so I think just west of Cleveland, pretty much Cleveland.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he's got a shop there. It's Kyle Automotive.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah, he
Shout
sold
out
it to me. Yeah, a little shout out to him. He,
Okay.
he doesn't do much anymore, but
Okay.
yeah, that's why I got it. It took me. So he let me pay him slowly, because I didn't have a job. I don't even know if I was 16 when I got it. Maybe.
Okay. Okay.
So I was hustling, mowing lawns.
Yeah.
And I paid him a couple $100 here, a couple $100 there. I think it took me at least like a year to get it paid.
Okay.
So it was mine, but it sat there for, I think I ended up sitting there 2.5 years.
So it was there while you were paying it off
Yeah.
before you, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it just sat there. I bought it with a bad transmission.
Okay.
And had a Z-Tech conversion to it, and started the journey there.
Okay. And I love the coloration, obviously.
Oh yeah, that's a recent
But
addition.
just for them, how was it always like this? What's the original color?
Okay.
How did this happen?
Okay, so yeah, it actually started out all that blue gray. I call it hospital gray.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all faded, missing clear coat all over, and it really wasn't my favorite color. I've always been a person of orange,
They go really well together.
Yeah, and I was like,
do.
you know what? Let's do it. And I kind of on a budget, making things work. And this is actually chalkboard paint, so you can write on this entire, 2/3 of the van.
Yeah.
It was fun. I did it. I had to let all the air out of my tires,
Okay.
take the roof rack off,
Okay.
and slowly creep into the one-car garage my mom had at the time. And at backing out, I actually hit the top of the garage.
Okay.
One weekend,
Yeah.
couple 8 hours or so.
Yeah.
And,
so you painted
fun.
it in there then? That's
Yeah, it took a
Did
long
you start front, back, front?
I did this bottom quarter here,
Okay.
and then I did both sides,
Okay.
then the back,
Yeah.
and then I had to do 3 or 4 coats.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it took a lot more paint.
We're doing an interview, man. I'm going to start a channel called Betty and Friends. Yeah, I've had Betty since 2011, and this is my good friend Colin. He actually did rear suspension work on this, and then this is his bus, PJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
70s and 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, great time.
Yeah. I love your dog, man. I've got 2. Is it a rescue? What kind?
Yeah, he's
Hi, buddy. Hello. Hello,
Hi.
sweet man. Hello.
Pretty
So
run down, huh?
question 2. We got the 1. Question 2. What has been your favorite trip so far in PJ?
Well, truth be told, man, I don't have too many to choose from.
Okay.
But let me try and think about this a little bit. Honestly, I went out, my dad and a couple buddies for Halloween. I think it was my first actual camping trip. Not some Walmart I'm testing out
Yeah,
the heater and whatnot.
Yeah.
It was a hip camp site.
Okay.
So, do you have hip camp? You ever heard of that?
No.
It's like independent landowners.
Okay.
Who post up some part of the property you can camp on, and then
Okay.
people rate them and review them. It's really cool.
Is there an app or website?
Yep, it's an app.
And what's it called?
Hip Camp.
Hip Camp. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad got on it a couple years ago, and
Hip Camp.
man, he says for how the state parks are, they're great.
Yeah.
But you can stop at a lot more hip camps if you're going on a decent journey.
I'm going
and
to have to
whatnot.
check that out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's
okay.
some really cool private properties
Dude, that's
you never had
awesome.
access to, and now these people are like, all right.
Do they kind of come out? Do you meet them? I'm sure it kind of depends.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot
okay.
of them you meet the owner, and
Okay.
they walk you, show you stuff. Depends on the property, really.
Okay.
It's a great system, though.
Okay.
And helps them out.
Okay. Who was there with you on that? Was it just solo? Or?
That was me, my dad, and a couple of his buddies.
Okay.
I think there was 5 or 6 of us total.
Okay.
Had a couple buses, a couple of Vanagons, and
Okay.
a Eurovan there too.
Okay.
So all 3 generations basically.
Okay.
And that was fun. It was we were kind of doing it in celebration of my older brother Griffin's birthday.
Okay.
So kind of little duo
Okay.
thing going on there. It was fun.
What time of year?
It was Halloween time.
Oh, okay. Okay. Fall.
October,
Okay.
fall. Yeah.
Okay.
Trees were all changing colors. It was great.
It was a good time.
Didn't match my van yet because I hadn't painted it. But,
Okay. Okay.
All
right.
It will now.
You'll have to revisit it now that
Right.
it's
Yeah.
exactly
It was a great.
fall.
I wish I remembered what they called it, but
Okay.
they had little decorations set up everywhere. It was cool.
Okay. Okay.
That's probably my most memorable.
Okay.
That's my most memorable trip.
Okay. And then question 3, what do you do? What's your maintenance? How do you keep PJ alive?
My maintenance is a lot of it.
Okay.
Frequent oil changes every 2,000 miles.
All right.
Or sooner. If I let it sit,
Yep.
I change the oil.
Yep.
It's just, you get water, you get moisture build up.
Yep.
It's not good for them.
Okay.
I try and, whenever I do an oil change, unless it's just been sitting a while,
Yeah.
try and rotate the tires, keep them filled up.
Okay. How often do you rotate your tires, and what mileage would you say?
It's good to do every 6,000.
Okay. Okay.
If sooner, it's not really going to hurt it, but there's not much benefit either.
Okay.
So 6,000 miles keeps everything smooth,
Okay.
even.
Okay.
You keep your sliding doors greased up.
Yep.
I clean, especially during wintertime, you got to clean that bottom on these Vanagons.
What do you do? So yeah, how do you maintain yours?
First thing, you brush it all out, blow it out
Okay.
with some air.
Use like a wire brush?
wheel. Yeah,
Okay.
brass.
Okay.
Preferably it's soft.
Okay.
And just, you don't really want to pack it with grease. A lot of people pack it with grease.
Okay.
Something like WD-40 works well.
Okay.
But wheel bearing grease and all that stuff, it just builds dirt,
Okay.
holds salt. Like when they freshly salt the road, man, it'll scoop it up more
Okay.
than you realize.
No
And,
kidding. Yeah, because it is hanging down there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And
I got to do mine.
they'll break right off.
Okay.
I've seen people's full door fall right off.
For real?
Yeah, they don't clean them. You gotta clean them. Same with this backtrack, but this one doesn't get nearly as bad.
Okay.
And I try every single time to do a once over before I get in this van.
Okay.
Pop the engine cover in the back,
Yep.
coolant, oil,
Yep.
run it, make sure it sounds okay.
Yep.
Check all the lights because you got to be seen in one of
Yes.
these. You can't stop like everyone else.
No.
So it's a major thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I do.
Okay.
Keep everything topped off
Yeah.
and check.
Okay.
Doesn't hurt to check.
I'm gonna have to definitely check the slider, the rail, right?
The top one or the bottom?
Bottom.
Yeah, the bottom.
Yeah.
Keep it clean.
I'm gonna have to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it needs to be revisited for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to do mine before it gets too snowy.
And do you do it every couple of years, or I don't know?
Usually, I mean, it doesn't hurt to do it once a season. At least
Okay.
blow it out.
Okay.
Brush it out.
Okay.
You shouldn't have to sand it.
Okay.
Or, brush it with
Okay.
a wire brush every year. But
Okay.
it's really, the more frequent you do it, the less you should have to do it.
Right.
And if it's fresh paint and you keep it wiped down,
Yep.
ideally you'd never have to brush it.
Okay.
Mine's too far gone. By
And
that
then, do
point.
you use a certain chemical to remove the grease to then re-grease it?
A rag and some brake cleaner.
Okay.
Watch your paint, but
Okay.
brake cleaner on a rag even works good.
Okay.
Not much can touch that wheel bearing grease. It's so thick.
Yeah.
So you get it all out the rag,
Okay.
scrub it down.
Yep.
It'll do it. Degreaser. There's was that Purple Clean stuff at Walmart works pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually. It's not bad priced either.
I used that on the block when. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Because
good
it really helped break it off. And
I was part of this classic '70s Honda motorcycle channel,
Okay.
and I won some of it actually. Part
Okay.
of their sponsorship. It was pretty cool.
Okay.
They didn't sponsor me, but I just won a case of it. Man, it was great.
Okay.
I like
a
that.
lifetime supply, basically.
Yeah,
little here,
yeah,
little there.
6 bottles of it. I brought it to the shop.
Okay.
They loved it.
Okay. Okay.
So.
Okay. What is your future dream trip in PJ? What's the one that you can really think of that you really want to do?
I know that one, man.
Okay.
So, little background, when I bought this thing, best friend, known him since basically the day I was born. His name's Kyan McClossick.
Okay.
He was all for me buying one of these, man. The second I had an opportunity, he was about it.
Okay.
And we started planning this trip before I even gave Kyle the first payment.
Okay.
And we're gonna go all the way out west,
Yeah.
coast to coast.
Okay.
Go out west first, then back over to the
Are you
east.
gonna go?
I want to go up. Yeah, I want to zigzag around.
Okay.
I don't think I don't plan on hitting every state,
Yeah.
but I want to go through Colorado,
Okay.
and then from there, I guess, yeah, I want to zigzag, see some cool stuff.
Yes.
I
Any
plan
specific places on that route?
Not really.
Okay.
I really want to leave it
Get lost in it.
open. Yeah, get lost in it. Just, I plan on maybe 3 to 5 weeks.
Okay.
Ultimately, don't want to restrict myself, but I want to keep it so I don't get too lost and never come back. You know.
Yeah.
That'll be a good trip. That's what I'm working towards. You know, I building this transmission, doing this front end work.
Yeah.
It's needed either way, but my motivation is this trip.
Yes.
I wanted to do it this year, but
yeah.
You know.
Well, and the little things that you're chiseling at, that's the thing, like, that's the goal. And,
piece
you
by
know,
piece.
step by, you know, like, same thing like with this was, you know, one thing and then the other. And, man, that is just such a, just seeing it, like, one thing that I love about buses or the caravans that I've been in different times is I love seeing them go, like the 3 or the 4 or the long. They just kind of, you know.
They're always something to smile at.
And they're always different. Like, I love how unique yours is. I love the orange really it's like a salmon orange. I love it. It's cool, but it makes the original pop, and it would be so dull with just the hospital gray.
Right.
But they go so well together.
With just that hospital gray, man, to me it just looks like it's just a van, a passenger van.
Yes.
That's not what it is, man.
Yeah.
I got
business up front, party at the back.
That's right. Yeah. Man, it's great.
Yeah.
I love driving with a 5, 6, 7 people.
Yeah.
All the different variations. You know, my dad's, I call it urban camo. His is green and brown splotched. Not intentionally, but that's just how far he made it, painting it brown.
Yeah.
It's great, you know.
Do you think, is this kind of it, or do you think you might add any colors or different things, or
Yeah, I totally want to add some stuff.
Okay.
I have some rust repair to do.
Okay, me too.
Yeah, you know, that's the Vanagons and buses.
Yeah.
But, so I don't know what I'm going to do yet.
Okay.
But right now my head is the roof from the gutters up. White.
Yeah.
Reflect the sun, man. I don't want to heat up, you know, this van.
Yeah.
And I want to match this dent all the way along the same color, whatever I end up doing.
Okay. Yeah. That middle trim.
The middle trim.
That would look good.
And then from my lower body line down.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to do like like stripes.
Yeah.
Horizontal, you know.
That would make it pop.
Yeah, it'd make it more unique, you know, add a little more color to the mix.
Yeah. I love that about Vanagons. I love like when I was doing the pillow, but I love the line structure. It's different. These are more round, and then of course the split windows are the way, but these have they're so 80s to me. I love it.
They're boxy. There's a lot of strength in what they did.
Okay.
So they had a great purpose. You know, they have a lot of beams, I guess you could call it, tubes running through this frame, this body, unibody. And I think you know, a lot of people are like, oh man, what the heck? And I'm like, this thing is awesome.
Yeah.
It's so unique.
Yes.
You know?
They look like spaceships. That's what I love about them.
Yeah, they're cool.
I love how each generation splits the bays, the Vanagons. I love how each one is so, and then Euros, and then the T5s, right? Or what's the one I have over in Europe? Buddy of mine, Tom, up in Chicago, man, he knows, oh God.
Yeah, it'd be a 5, I guess.
He's 5, yeah. And then of course they got the ID Buzz. That's what's funny about this channel. Like what I know I've learned from others, but there are some, and I say this with such high regard. There are some nerds in this community. I mean,
we
like
need 'em.
For real.
Yeah.
I mean, they know. There's just, and that's the thing. That's one thing I also love about is the passing of knowledge in the bus culture, which is really neat.
Yep, help who you can, you know.
Yeah,
man.
man.
You can.
Yeah, and personal shout out to this guy, Collin. Betty has been a very long journey, and that's a tale for another time. But he single-handedly helped sink in the rear suspension with all the what have you off the back and the Subaru and whatnot. But this man is a real mechanic, just savant, you know. And I know there's a lot of mechanics out there and there's a lot of talented ones, but I'm telling you, from me, this guy, what he did on Betty, it is an honor to know this dude. And what is it? Last question is so from your time from PJ to now throughout, what have you learned personally from yourself or whatever by owning a bus?
A lot of patience. You know, I'm sure everyone can say that.
Yeah.
And whether it comes down to how fast you can go,
yeah,
or just how many times can it give you a little setback? You know?
Yes. Yeah.
Many different versions of patience.
Yeah.
And
enjoy the journey.
Yeah, you gotta just go slow. You know.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
You know, it really teaches you to appreciate things.
Yeah.
Because when it is right, man,
Yeah.
it's right, and when it's not, it's still great.
Yeah. Yeah.
But patience comes down to it. You cannot get frustrated and impatient with these things.
Yes.
It does not work.
Yeah.
100% of the time, it doesn't work.
Yeah. It's like the riptides when you're like, you have to let it go and,
Yep.
you know, and then go in a different way, because if you fight it, you will drown.
Yep.
I've learned that there's truly something, dare I say, magical about learning to let go and different variations of that. But that's one of my favorite things too, is it's not fun, but man, it's like,
you're learning.
you do.
Yep.
You know, no matter how hard you try, it's like you got to slow down. Half the time I would break something because I would like,
That's
what I mean?
right.
Yeah.
You'll break bolts. You know, too many broken. Too many broken for sure.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you take a minute, go, you know, breath of fresh air. I'd say walk outside, but you're already there.
Yeah.
And just relax.
Yeah.
You know, you can take a nap in the bus. That's the best part.
Yeah, man.
You know, wherever you're at.
Home on wheels.
Home on wheels. That's right.
Yeah,
But
man.
It just, you know, made me appreciate every little thing.
Yeah.
You know.
It's weird, like, not to turn to some kind of deep thing, but buses, in a lot of, metaphorically to me, they're almost like that high level of life where there's so many valuable lessons in the journey and in the maintenance and in the, I don't know, there's so much, it's not just a bus.
Yeah.
I know it's metal and it's rubber and it's wires and but I'm telling you, like, and to me, you know, I'm sure there may be some other cars that culturally have it too, but man, with buses specifically, or vanagons, but like, there is so much to learn about yourself and them, and it is, and they've gotten so expensive, hard to get in, but it is a magical group to be a part of.
Yeah. Yep. And if you can save one, man, there's people that'll help you. For sure.
Yeah. I look forward to watching this grow.
Oh man.
And we'll get some trips in.
Okay.
We will, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
I plan on it for sure.
Yeah.
We'll have to get my, you know, whenever I do my main journey.
I would love
let you know.
parts of it. I'd love to do it. Yeah.
Travel in groups, man. It's
yes.
great.
Yeah.
Like you said, caravanning is awesome.
Yes. That's one thing I really do genuinely hope with Betty and Friends as it grows.
Yeah.
I hope over time that as I plan routes and tours in different areas, I'd love to throw the map out, and bus owners who want to come on part of it.
Yeah,
or
right. Jump on.
I think it would be so fun, just like
And I wanna,
more people traveling buses together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Build the community. You know.
Picking loops and doing it, and they can be on as long as then when they need to get back they can. But like kind of like a living expressway of buses where they're kind of on and off.
Knowing where people are at, man, hopping with them.
Yes.
Yep. It'd be cool to hit that. That one trip out west.
Yes.
Descend on Bend.
Descend on Bend. I want to do that too.
I think that's in Oregon.
Yes.
Like that. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We definitely. Yeah.
We'll head out
needs
there,
to
man,
happen
for sure.
I want to take Betty back to Burning Man. We went in 2016, but I wanted a bus camp there.
Is that where you found
Shout out
it?
Gary Gibson.
Is that where you found Betty at?
So I went to Burning Man in 2011.
Okay.
That trip inspired Betty, and then I was working at a Starbucks and then a chick I work with, shout out Rachel Abel, she was dating a guy, Ryan Schultz, shout out Ryan Schultz, and that's the thing, and I'll mention this in my intro or whatever, but the point is that Betty makes me look way smarter than I am, and like brilliant minds like you, Ryan Schultz,
man.
like that's what I've also loved about the culture is like I just love learning. You know, I have a horrible time focusing. A lot of people do. I'm not special, but like when people show it to me, it's like it makes more sense. It's so hard for me to read and then like, you know, so.
Right. Well, you can't not learn.
Yeah, exactly.
When you have one of these vehicles.
Yeah.
You know, one of these family members, I guess.
Yeah,
in a lot
man.
of ways.
Yeah, and it's a great group to be a part of. And dude, man, I love you so much, man. I appreciate you, dude.
It's been fun. You know,
we will. Yeah.
Betty was tricky. I'll give it to you,
dude, man. But undefeated with you, man.
Yeah, you know, it was a learning curve.
Yeah.
But not something you forget either.
No, and it couldn't. I mean, seriously, y'all.
Yeah,
This
I
guy.
remember when you pulled in, man.
Yeah, that's the last thing I'll say about any of all this. But I mean, yeah, like going and getting in Michigan. And that's the other thing. Like, and that's also a tale for another time. Like, I'm not going to mention about how all of this, and because all it's going to be is the time lapse footage to this,
Right.
and
A brief overview, and then.
and what all has taken place from that, like literally from the Subaru conversion to this moment
you've
in
got a
years.
lot. You've got a lot, but hey,
You know.
I would tell you though, when I was getting into this, man, be as detailed as you can, because I'm always looking, trying to find, resources, some knowledge, videos, something to show me what to do.
Yeah.
Back when I was just on the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
It helps, you know, and there's not many,
Yeah.
really. So if you can be detailed with your conversion, what you got going on,
Yes.
it
Yeah.
could inspire lots of people.
Ryan Schultz, his Vanagon inspired me,
Yep.
and that's what I love. Like, and yeah, I mean, I do. I hope that different things that I did. I hope that I love that about buses. It's the passing of knowledge,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like it's a communal weight that people inspiring each other, people helping each other. I'm sure the Jeep community has things like that.
Yeah, right.
Oddly enough, that we're in
Right.
Toledo, Jeep City.
Yep.
But it's that same kind of culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of communities have it.
And it's instead of, I like that about buses. Like, I'm sure there's some people out there, but like most people are about helping. It's just like you said, if you can save a bus, save a bus.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? And
if
make
you
it
can't-
better.
If you
And
can't save the bus,
yes.
save buses with it.
Yeah.
I'm doing that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how. This is the very first episode, so a lot of
Yeah.
things are figuring itself
Well,
out.
and we got time.
But when we go to the shop and we do the proper tour,
Yep.
show us those
Actually,
relics,
I named
remnants.
I named this hero of a Vanagon, Mary.
Mary.
So we'll get to Mary here in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say Mary.
Yep.
All right, my dude.
All right,
do it again,
man.
brother.
Hey.
Dude, I appreciate it,
Man, I
man, so
appreciate
much. Heck yeah, man. Let's do it. Hold on. Wait. Oh my God. There we go. Colin!
Hey, what's
Let's
up,
do it, man.
Let's
All right.
check it out.
Let's check out PJ. Walk us through it, my man. Walk us through it. Here he is.
Work in progress, absolutely. All right, starting the front, man. I got the South African bumper, brush guard, whatever you want to call it, frame mounted. Love this thing, man. use it as a ladder, get up to the top when I put my lights on.
I love that. That front guard is fairly rare, correct?
Yeah.
I have not seen many of them. I remember you tell me about
The
it.
guy I got it from, same guy I bought the van from, actually.
Okay.
It's the only one he's seen.
I love it. Yeah.
I'm sure you can get them, but
Yeah, dude, it makes that front pop just
man,
so much
it
so.
beefs it up,
Okay, and then this is the Weekender model, correct?
Yeah, so this is a
Okay.
1988
Okay.
T3 Weekender Wolfsburg edition.
Love that roof rack.
Yeah. So this will be a light bar here. Have pod lights on it.
Nice. Are you doing the full bar, long one?
I'm gonna do a bunch of squares, I think.
Nice.
I was gonna
nice.
do round, but this thing's a square. So
Okay. Yeah. That'll look good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I want to get some down low.
Okay.
Got the Euro style wheels. I love the alloy wheels. These are actually a great marketplace find.
Okay. Marketplace. Yeah.
Had to put the tires on them, but
They do. They look sharp. I love
And
that
then-
two-tone, man.
yeah, nice two-tone paint. This is actually it's from Napa. This
Okay.
10-foot awning.
Okay.
It's just like the ARB. I got it when they first came out for $100, man.
No kidding. Yeah, because the arbs are like 4 or 5. Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's like an ARB knockoff, what we call it.
Nice.
All the little brackets are the same and everything.
Is it? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So actually, let me open it up.
All right.
Oh, hold on a minute. I think it's locked.
Okay.
Let's go to this side.
Good man. Good man.
Yeah. Gotta keep them locked up.
Shout out Seegers Automotive. Obviously, Colin for all the work. There she is, Betty. Betty thanks you. I thank you.
Just running around here. This is the sequence in which I have to unlock my doors.
I love it. That's what I love about Volkswagens, man. Each one is unique. It's a thing.
All right. So, mind the mud, but check it out. My home on wheels, as you say.
And the table folds down.
Yep. So I got a full bench seat because I have no Westy interior.
Yeah, man.
But table
Dude, there's
pops
so
down.
much space in these things. Yeah.
I can flip this seat up,
Okay.
and the actual one button on the back, the entire seat will pop out.
Okay.
And I have another one for here.
Okay.
So you could be 5 up, 5 in the back, playing cards, having a great conversation.
Yep.
Boom.
Yep. And both the driver and passenger, they rotate backwards.
I don't have the bases.
Okay.
But that is an option. Yeah.
Okay,
The driver's
okay.
seat usually will face the passenger, and the
Okay.
passenger will face straight
Was
back.
that usually a camper model thing?
Yeah, that's the Westie.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
So there's the difference. Is I just have full-time, they call them jump seats.
Okay.
They just face straight back.
And what are some of your early projects with PJ? Next one's upcoming as far as camping and things like that.
My biggest up-and-coming project is actually laying on the ground over here.
Okay.
Yeah, mind the mud, huh? So,
Wrong day to not wear boots.
yeah, right. So, kind of looks like a pile of scrap,
Okay.
and basically is at this point. But these are all the materials I'm going to use to make a custom rear bumper,
Nice.
kind of match the front if I can, and
Yep.
then I want to make a full swing away spare tire carrier.
Dude. Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
a little shelf for a box or something, but
Yep.
initially this is what I have for a custom bumper project I got going on.
Dude, I love it. Yeah. Hopefully next, we'll definitely link up, and I'm thinking spring, summer, but next time that me and this gentleman hook up, we will will revisit all of this. And isn't that St. Mary over there? Is that right?
Yeah, you can probably get a glimpse of her.
You want let's do a quick run over there real quick to show us the kind of that's one of the nice things that if God forbid a bus or van has to die, it's cool to pay, repurpose exactly, and pass it on. So show us St. Mary.
Yeah, it's a little.
Where did you find her at?
It's actually Holland, Ohio. There was a guy there. He's big into Ford stuff, and he bought this
Okay.
for the transmission and the
There
engine.
she is.
And
The
well,
sarcophagus.
yeah, unfortunate to say, he cut out the whole rear frame. I guess you'd call it like a subframe,
Okay.
and it's too dangerous to save. So
No.
I bought it off the guy because he was going to scrap it.
Man,
and
you did an amazing job. How long did it take to do this? Cut this baby up? I love the
2 or
front.
3 weeks to do it carefully. I had to strip. It was a full van, so I had to strip the entire interior.
Okay.
And I needed the rocker, so I cut those out to save mine.
Okay.
Some guy contacted me needing the roof.
Okay.
Helped him out with that, and now I'm just going to try and keep prices down on some of these parts.
And I
'Cause
think,
they're
didn't you
going
tell
up.
me you're going to try to turn this into a hovercraft, correct? I think
Yeah, so
amphibious hovercraft.
a tracked van again. That'd be
Yes,
awesome.
yes.
No, but I did cut this front nose off.
I love it.
I
Dude.
really want to clean it up and put everything back on the front and make it a wall piece.
Yeah.
Preferably have it light up. It could be like a really cool back porch light.
Yes.
I have great plans, great intentions with that.
I love it, man.
And then obviously I have a lot of work to do still underneath.
I love it.
But I saved the full wiring harness and everything, so
Yeah.
we've got a guy who builds them. He would love to have another all original.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But yeah, this was a 1990 tin-top passenger van.
1990. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to learning more about Vanagons over time. Like bay windows was the only thing I was really used to just because of Betty. So,
Yeah.
but I do as time goes on. I mean, the front it's like a space shuttle. I love it. I absolutely love Vanagons.
And it's strong, man.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to cut through it, man. It took me a long time.
How many was it? Just how many grinder blades?
Probably 4 or 5 little discs, and then 9 sawzalls.
Okay.
You know, the 6-inch sawzall blade.
Okay.
It was a lot of time. You know,
Yeah.
the tools getting real
You
hot.
did. I'm serious. It's actually kind of, I mean, I don't ever want to see anything cut up like this,
Yeah,
obviously,
it's-
but like you said, you can't.
You
You
can't-
couldn't save
yeah.
it, and it is what it is.
Yeah, 'cause
but it is cool to see it.
You can actually see the pieces that he cut out were the spring perches and the shock mounts, but you'll never get it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
at least I couldn't get it as strong as it once was. And to think about fixing this thing up
Yep.
and putting somebody in it
Yep.
and something happening, it's not.
Yeah,
not
well,
worth it.
and that, you know what? That's good on you for real, because sometimes people will try to sell it
Yeah,
and
and they'll
endanger
hide-
other people. And
Right.
you know, now were these from PJ or are these rims from
So
St. Mary?
this is Mary's spare,
Okay.
and then let me see. The rest of her wheels are around here somewhere.
She's everywhere.
Yeah, there's quite a few. I got the
It's a
windows,
massacre.
the windows in front of this Cadillac here.
Yeah, man, you really did. Yeah, you saved and repurposed. Dude,
Yeah,
shout out
yeah.
again, Seeger's Auto. I love this place. Is like just a straight up relic, man. I love these cars here.
Man, it's
And,
something else, man.
It is, man. And this is this man right here, and this shop right here, man,
Yeah,
brought
we do-
Betty back to life.
We do it all, man, every
Truly.
time.
So we did it.
Yeah, hey. we're
Hell
making
yeah,
it work,
dude.
man.
From St. Mary, from me, from Colin. Let's
Till the next time. huh?
Till the next time, let's sign off with PJ.
Yeah, let's go back.
Let's carry it in. Truly, it's gonna be that swing away system.
Dude,
That's exciting, man.
man, I'd love to make a few of them eventually.
Oh man. Well, and that's the thing. Like, I just didn't have the time and the means, and like,
yeah.
I went with the Go Westy route, and they, you know, good on them.
they got a good system.
They did, but man, you know, when you custom build your own thing, you know what I mean. You
Yeah,
can
it's
literally make it
personalized.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a really specific way I want it to sit on my, you know, on the rear face, you know,
Okay.
the back,
Yep.
and I just can't buy something that personal. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta make it.
Yeah, man. Dude,
But
absolutely.
all right, man.
Heck yeah. All right. It's been real, y'all. Toledo will always be one of my favorite cities. I know. Should really get out a little more. My godparents are from there, and I've spent over the years quite a bit of time. Colin, we will do more interviews in the future. Just want to end it with, if you're going through a tough time, you're low and struggling, hold. The Crazy Horse Monument in the Dakotas, talk about it, share it, bring it up in conversation. We should get that done. The Wounded Warrior Project, for those who have served, we appreciate you. Grateful for your dedication, service, sacrifice. When you go out, tip more. 5, 10, 20. Love your fellow man. Adopt, don't shop. If you own dogs, walk them. Truckers, appreciate you. And the new one on this one is gas station clerks and attendants, for real, man. They got to put up with some crazy shit. So, YouTube shout out this time to a buddy of mine, Center Metabolic. He's got great material on just overall health. Check him out. So, until the next episode,
Actually, hey, if you enjoyed any of this, got something from it, make sure whatever you do, do not like and or subscribe to any of this nonsense. Do not do that.